a lot of my issues with my family was kind of starting to deteriorate, especially my kids. They were kind of pushing away, say they don't want to talk to me unless I stay sober and I take care of myself, my health wise and stuff like that. So when I got to Coastal the second time around, a lot of the staff took that in and they really helped me, guide me into where I'm at today, So, well, Coastal, it was more kind of like family oriented. They cared about you a little bit more. It was more, like you had like little one-on-ones with a lot of the facilitators there and the staff and stuff like that, and they're more friendly. Like they seemed like they cared more about you than any other place really did. There was no judgment there. They cared about your sobriety more than anything. What they asked from us, and what they gave us, that it was more, like I said, more family oriented, more just kind of like, it just seemed more authentic. My biggest worry to me would be if I was going to be wanted, like if I was, if they were going to accept me for my mistakes and stuff like that, and or my stumbles, would you say, and I worried about that a lot. And Nina, who's the owner of the location, she really like opened her arms and she kind of just, helped us out a lot, helped me out a lot personally, and I'm pretty sure it did a lot of other people, and there was never a judgment. Never just says, come back, it's like the door's open, so, we have a bed for you. That was great, it was really good to know that comfort was still there, Working with, like, for example, Phil. I sat with Phil and I sat with Jeff and, a lot of the facilitators at the location, and I sat down with them and I told them what I personally think I need to stay sober, as far as like my sobriety, and mine was a lot of structure. I need structure in my life, like I can't be just let free and let go, I have to have, like, I always have to be doing something. I have to be keeping my mind busy, and that's one thing they really cared about. They really worked on it, A lot of the tools that they, we learned in like groups and stuff like that they really helped us a lot, to this day I still use a lot of them, and it helps me a lot, and I'll give you a good example. Last night I wasn't feeling too good, and I kind of started thinking. I picked up a book, started reading the big book, and just like things like that, just really, kind of get my mindset and, and play the tape forward. That's a big one,